So, welcome to the Agriculture channel. Today we are going to discuss some important multiple choice questions along with its brief description, or we should go for brief analysis of different concepts. And this is the first lecture related to dryland agriculture. So let's come to the first question. The question is that dry farming, you can see the dry farming is cultivated crops. Dry farming is the cultivation of crops in the region with annual rainfall. Basically, the question is what is the rainfall in case of dry farming. So for this, you should know that basically the dryland agriculture is categorized into three groups. One is dry farming, another is dryland farming, another is rainfed farming. Okay, based upon the rainfall, if we will see it is less than 750 millimeter, it is 750 to 1150, it is more than 1150 millimeter. Okay, so coming to rainfall, so if we will see what is the major problem, so the major problem here it is prolonged dry spell. Prolonged dry spell which leads to more frequent crop failure. This is a major problem in case of dry farming. In case of dryland farming, yes, dry spell is there, but it is not prolonged. That means normal, less frequent crop failure is there. But in this case, as heavy rainfall is there, so major problem is flood problem. So what is the measurement we should take in? The measurement we should take, or we should focus, it is soil and water conservation. Soil conservation means as it is less rainfall is there, it is mostly followed in arid region. Dryland farming followed in semi-arid region, whereas rainfed farming is followed in humid region. Okay, so if we will see in arid region, the wind erosion is the major problem. So if wind erosion is there, so you should go for soil conservation, as well as the rainfall is very less, so you should go for water conservation practices. Similarly, in case of dryland farming, if your rainfall is somewhat less, then you should go for soil and water conservation. But if in case of clay soil, or you can say black soil, as you know that clay soil or black soil means the water holding capacity is very high. So even if the medium amount of rainfall is there, but there will be flooding like condition will be there. So in this case, you should go for drainage. So in dryland farming, you should focus both things. One is soil and water conservations, as like in dryland farming, as well as you should go for drainage management, as like in case of humid, that is rainfed farming. So in this rainfed farming, the measurement is drainage. You should focus on drainage because of flood water low condition is there, so you should go for drainage like situation. Okay, then so the answer will be dry farming, it is basically less than 750 millimeter. This will be the answer. Okay, and we will see the next question, dryland farming, growing regions and cropping system. So already we have told dryland farming, basically if we will see which commission, the United Nations Economics and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific. This organization categorized the farming into, or the dryland agriculture, it will be divided into two groups. One is dryland farming, another is rainfed farming. Under this, also both of this will include these things, and that is dryland farming. By which organization? United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific. So here the answer will be dryland farming, growing regions and cropping system. So dryland farming means it will be arid and semi-arid, yes. And as the rainfall is less, so either we can go for single crop, or in some cases we can go for intercrop. Okay, So if we will see rainfed farming, so the answer, if it will be rainfed farming, then it will be which region? It will be this one, humid and semi-humid region, where we should, due to the high amount of rainfall, we can go for double cropping or intercropping. Okay, coming to the next question, the total dryland area. Let us erase all these things. So coming to the third question, that is the total dryland area. So in this case, the total dryland area, so 329 million hectare, as you know that this is nothing but the total geographical area of India. Coming to 143.8 million hectare, it is nothing but the total arable land or the cultivable land. Then coming to 34.5 million hectare, this is nothing but it is the area which is related to dry land. So here the total dry land area is 34.5 million hectare. So what is about 65.5? This is nothing but the rainfed area. And coming to 43.8, this is nothing but the irrigated area. Okay. So next question is the total percentage of cultivated area. Okay. So total percentage of cultivated area under dry land. So out of total, this is compared to out of total arable land. Total arable land means which one? This one. Arable means which can be cultivable. Arable means cultivable. Okay, that is 143.8. So out of this, how much percentage of area are under dry land condition? So basically the percentage of dry land area is 24%, whereas this is percentage of dry land area. So percentage of rainfed area will be 45.5. This is percentage of rainfed area, and this 43.30.5, this is the irrigated percentage of irrigated area. Okay, so here we have to remember some important concept. So the total percentage of cultivated area under dry land, it is 24%. Okay, the answer will be 24%. So here you can say the dry land agriculture. This dry land agriculture includes both the dry land area as well as rainfed area, and which contribute about how much percentage? 69.5% of area are under dryland area or dryland area and rainfed area. These 69% of total arable land, the area is 69.5%, but the food production we are getting, it is only about 42%. That means whatever the rest means there is irrigated area. What is about percentage? 30.5% irrigated area. It contribute about 58% of the total food grain production. Okay. So 69.5% of area contribute food grain production. Total food grain, out of total food grain production, only 42%. Whereas irrigated area, though the area percentage area is very less, that is 30.5%, but it contribute about approximately 50 to 60% of the food grain production. Okay, then coming to the next question, dry land area. The next question being the dryland and rainfed area contribute how much percentage of food grain? Just recently I have told both the percentage of area, if I will see percentage of area, it is about 69.5%, but it will only contribute 42% of the total food grain production. Then next coming to the farming practice with a growing period between 75 to 120 days. So basically it is the dryland farming. Okay. Then next question, most important question. The first famine commission was important in, the answer will be 1880. So if we will see what happened during 1875, here the establishment of IMD, That is Indian Meteorological Department was established. Very much frequently asked question. Okay. Then coming to 1929, as you know that our ICR institute, that is initially it was Imperial. Initially it was Imperial Council of Agricultural Research, and it is present in right now it is converted to Indian. Okay. So it is established during 1929. For this establishment, in 1928, Royal Commission on Agriculture, he present a report regarding the establishment of ICR. Okay. Then coming to related to dryland, the first systemic research work was started. When it was started? It was started in 1923. But the question is, where is the research center at the time? So the research center, the answer will be Manjri. The answer will be Manjri. Okay. So coming to, if we'll see what is the other related terms, there is Nagpur. As you know that Nagpur, which is present in Maharashtra. So Central Institute of Cotton Research is present in Nagpur. You will see Hyderabad, which institute is present? One is ICAR. ICAR means one is ICAR, another is, we can say, CRIDA is also there. Okay. ICAR means International Crop Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics. CRIDA, you know CRIDA? CRIDA means Central Research Institute or Center of Research Institute for Dryland Agriculture. Both are present at Hyderabad. ICAR was established in 1972. And you please answer what is the establishment year of CRIDA. Then coming to Jodhpur, and as you know that Jodhpur, which is present in Rajasthan, so the institute, that is Kajri, Central Arid Zone Research Institute, is present at Rajasthan, Jodhpur. Okay. Then the next question. Next question is AICRP, you know, All India Coordinated Research Project. So this all, that is, it will basically formed to go for multi-location trial. There is All India Coordinated Research Project on Dryland Agriculture was started by the ICR on which year? The answer will be 1970. Okay. And as I have already told, in 1972 it was ICRISAT. In 1972 ICARDA, which is present at Aleppo, Syria. ICARDA means International Center for Agricultural Research in Dryland Areas. ICARDA. Okay. That is International Research Institute related to Dryland area. Okay. So if I'll ask you the year, that is 1985. Okay. So in 1985, you told me what is the most important research institute or any important event which was occurred during that time. Can you say me? So please answer in comment. What is the most important event or organization was established during 1985? Okay. Then coming to IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department, defines meteorological drought as a situation where there is, okay. So if we will see, in this case, based on criteria used, based on criteria used, the drought is divided into three groups. One is meteorological drought, another is agricultural drought, another is hydrological drought. Okay. So meteorological, according to IMD, the meteorological drought means when there is 25%, there is decrease of rainfall. How much? Now 25% decrease of average rainfall will be there. Okay. This is called as meteorological drought. If I will see agricultural drought means when prolonged drought condition will be there during the crop period, so that there will be no sufficient available moisture in the root zone. This is called as agricultural drought. Hydrological drought means prolonged meteorological drought where all the water bodies means reservoir, lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, all will dry, which is called as a hydrological drought. Okay. So as you know that the most important limiting factor in dry farming or dryland farming, it is nothing but the soil moisture stress, because due to the less rainfall, frequent crop failure will be there. So it is the most limiting factor, that is soil moisture stress. Next question, the question I think it was repeated in 10th and 12th. You say IMD defines the meteorological drought as a situation where when there is 25% decrease in average rainfall for a given period in a region. Okay. Then next, coming to 13th number question, the drought is extended dry period leading to marked depletion of I have already told, depletion or drying of reservoirs, lakes, streams, rivers, etc. This comes under hydrological drought. And I have told agricultural drought means insufficient moisture, that is available soil moisture is very less with respect to root zone. Meteorological drought we have just covered, less than 25% average rainfall will be there, which is decrease in rainfall. Then coming to physiological drought, this is also important question. What do you mean by physiological drought? Physiological drought means water is sufficient in soil, but plant is unable to absorb it. So why? What is the condition? So in the question is, physiological drought means what? Now water is sufficient, but the plant is unable to absorb. So what is the condition in this case? There will be three type of condition will be there. One is saline soil, another is ice, another is waterlogged condition. Basically saline soil is more important, because in saline soil, suppose this is the plant and this is the root system, and which soil? This is the saline soil. Saline soil means in the soil system the salt concentration is very high. Salt means it is the solute concentration is very high. If solute concentration is very high, then the osmotic pressure is very high. So if I will compare both, here in the plant the osmotic pressure is very less, in the root system the osmotic pressure is very less, but in soil the osmotic pressure is very high. And as you know that the water will always move from lower osmotic pressure to high osmotic pressure. Water will always move from low osmotic pressure to high osmotic pressure. That means here the water will move from root of the plant to soil, from root to soil, rather soil to root. So there will be no movement from soil to root, rather from the water will move from plant body to soil. So this is called as physiological drought. Okay, and this also wilting symptom. In case of ice, as become the water is present in solid form, so it is not available to the plant. Waterlogged condition means anaerobic condition. Anaerobic means root respiration is decreasing. That means water absorption will also decreasing. So these are the different physiological drought regions. Okay, so basically the most important is saline soil, physiological drought. Okay, then next coming to, let us erase all these things so that it will be easy for us to explain the next question. So the next question is midday depression. So midday depression means what? Midday means, so basically during the hot time, or the you can say summer time, or the time where the temperature is very high, during the hot midday condition, as you know that hot midday means, suppose this is the plant, this is the leaf. So in the atmosphere, the hot midday means the temperature is very high. Okay, so if temperature is very high, that means what will be the effect on transpiration? The transpiration rate will also increase. Okay, so if in the atmosphere the temperature is very high, so the moisture status is very less, so more amount of water from leaf to atmosphere, the water will move, which is called as transpiration. That means the rate of transpiration is increasing. But what about the absorption? It remains constant. Absorption remains constant. So that means midday depression means when there will be high transpiration, but as compared to transpiration, there will be low absorption will be there. So in this case, the plant will show wilting symptom. Okay. Then next coming to permanent wilting point, where soil moisture reaches. Okay, as you know that soil moisture, there are some soil moisture constants. In water management, we will soil moisture constant. In water management course, we will study about some in detail what is the soil moisture constants. So basically, as you know that whenever the moisture, always remember the thing, whenever the soil moisture content decreases, the soil water potential decrease and the soil moisture tension will increase and soil water potential becomes more and more negative. More negative will be there. Okay, because pure water has highest soil water potential, pure water has highest water potential, that is 0. So whenever the moisture content will decrease, the soil water potential will also decrease. It becomes more and more negative. So initially, if we will see, there will be water low condition, then there will be field capacity where all micropores are filled with water, whereas macropores are drained out due to the force of gravity. Field capacity, then there will be a constant which is called as permanent wilting point. Permanent wilting point, then there is a point which is called as ultimate wilting point. So permanent wilting point means the plant will start showing wilting symptom during daytime, but it will recover during the night time. That means if at this point we will irrigate the crop, then the crop will survive. But what about ultimate wilting point? If further moisture will decrease, this is moisture level, highest moisture level, then moisture level is decreasing. So if the moisture content is decreased further, then the plant will not recover after, even if after irrigation. This is called as ultimate wilting point. So at this ultimate wilting point, ultimate and death of the plant will occur, but at this point the plant will recover whenever you are applying irrigation. And as we know that the available soil moisture range is between field capacity to PWP. The range is called as available soil moisture range. So here the permanent wilting point, the moisture stress or the soil water potential, in this case the soil water potential, it is decreasing and it becomes minus 1.5 megapascal. Again, if the moisture decrease further, then the soil water potential becomes more negative and it will become minus 6 megapascal during the time of ultimate wilting point. This is at permanent wilting point, but minus 6 megapascal, or we can say minus 60 bar, this is called as minus 15 bar. As you know that 1 bar is equal to 0.1 megapascal. Okay, so then next coming to water deficiency, will by means also first of all erase it. Okay, so in this case water deficiency will affect the leaf and canopy temperature, but the question is whether the leaf and canopy temperature will decrease or increase, or both will occur or no effect. So basically, as you know that if I have already told, if water deficit is there in the leaf, but leaf will try to conserve the water, yes or no? Whenever the water content in the leaf will decrease, that means at that time during this stress condition, leaf will try to conserve the water. For this, the transpiration rate will decrease. For this, the transpiration rate will decrease, and this is called as there is transpiration will decrease. So, but a transpiration is a which process? Transpiration is a cooling process, yes or no? So, transpiration is a cooling process. So, as water deficit condition, the transpiration is decreasing. That means the cooling process is decreasing. That means the temperature will increase. And okay, this is a question. So, which one is true under water stress condition? So, under water stress condition, we have studied what about the respiration. Okay, first the stomatal conductance will increase. No, if water stress condition will be there, then the water stomatal conductance will decrease. And what about the respiration rate? Under mild stress condition, the respiration rate is under mild stress condition, the respiration rate is increased, but further it will decrease. So as due to the water stress condition, the respiration in a long term it will decrease. What about the leaf area? So leaf area, obviously the leaf area will decrease. What about the photosynthetic rate? Yes, it will decrease. So the right answer will be decrease in photosynthetic rate. Okay. And here you have to remember that whenever we are going for photosynthesis process, it will be decreased due to the water stress condition, but basically it is because of leaf area decrease. It is greatly affect the photosynthesis process, because leaf area, if your leaf area is decreasing, then the assimilating area is decreasing. That means the photosynthesis process will decreasing, or chlorophyll content will also decreasing here. The next question, which one will accumulate under drought stress condition? So as you know that what will happen under drought stress condition. Okay, suppose this is leaf. Okay, so this is leaf. If drought stress condition is there, that means what will happen? The moisture content inside the leaf will decrease, yes or no? So what should do the leaf so that the moisture content will decrease? Basically what will happen? In this case, the leaf will accumulate some of the solutes, solutes like proline, sucrose, soluble carbohydrates and glycine. So if solute concentration will increase, then the osmotic pressure will increase inside the plant body. So if inside the plant body the osmotic pressure will more, then the water will come into the cell. Then the water will move from soil to the plant body. Okay, because always water will move from low osmotic pressure to high osmotic pressure. So in this case, under drought stress condition, the plant will accumulate these type of solutes, and it will absorb more amount of moisture under the drought condition. So all will be the answer. Then next, coming to which one of the following is not an antioxidant? Okay, so first one is you should know what will happen during the drought time. Okay, here we will study. So if there is a drought condition is there, so in this case, which we know that stomatal conductance will decrease, yes or no? That means stomata will close. Under drought condition, stomata will close. If stomata will close, then the carbon dioxide entry will decrease. But what about inside? Suppose PS2 and PS1, all these things which is related to the light reaction. Under this light reaction, what is happening? The electrons are there inside the plant body. The chlorophyll is there, and in this case, the electrons are there. What will happen? When the carbon dioxide will enter into the chlorophyll part, or the mesophyll cell, we can say the mesophyll cell of the chloroplast, mesophyll cell, then the carbon dioxide will react with this electrons. It will reduced to compound, that is phosphoglyceric acid, all those things you know. But as the carbon dioxide entry is decreasing, but you have enough electrons. So now what will happen to this electron? This electron will go to those areas, that is we can say peroxisome, those areas where, or peroxisome, mitochondria, where there will be photorespiration is there. So enough, whatever the excess, you can say excess electrons are there, they will go to the peroxisome mitochondria site to perform which function? To perform the photorespiration function. Still, whatever the other remaining electrons are there, they will come to PS1 site and react with oxygen to give superoxide, hydrogen peroxide, and hydroxy radical. So free radicals will be produced due to the free electrons. Okay. Simultaneously, some reactive oxygen species will be also formed. And these superoxide, that is O2, superoxide, hydrogen peroxide, OH, reactive oxygen species, these are very danger. These are very danger. It will cause death of the cell of the plant. In this case. So in order to scavenge, or in order to decrease the effect of these free radicals and reactive oxygen species, there are some mechanism. With this mechanism is called as scavenging mechanism. This mechanism is called as scavenging mechanism. So scavenging mechanism means removal or deactivate the free radicals as well as reactive oxygen species. And for this scavenging mechanism, it is done by either enzymatic method or by means of non-enzymatic method. Okay. If we will see enzymatic method, then there will basically, these are antioxidants. These are either antioxidants, or we can say some of the enzymatic methods are there. One is antioxidant type, another is, we can say, scavenging type. Okay. So if we will see antioxidant, then in this case, what will be the examples? In this case, antioxidants like glutathione, ascorbates, and carotenoids. Okay, these are antioxidants. Then some of the, we can say, which one? Scavenging enzymes. The scavenging enzymes are peroxidase, superoxide dismutase, catalase, scavenging enzymes. So here you can see the question. So the scavenging enzymes. Scavenging enzymes are key. The scavenging enzymes are peroxidase, superoxide dismutase, catalase, ascorbate peroxidase. These are scavenging enzymes. Okay. So these enzymes, scavenging enzymes, will deactivate these free radicals and reactive oxygen species. And as we know that there are some other chemicals. There are some other, which chemicals? Non-enzymatic chemicals. There are some other non-enzymatic chemicals, like one is proline, another is ascorbic acid. One is proline, another is ascorbic acid. All these cases, these are non-enzymatic type. Okay. So and if we will see what is the mechanism behind this, how these scavenging molecules will deactivate the free radicals. Suppose I will say I am asking about the superoxide dismutase. There is superoxide dismutase. This will, what it will do? Superoxide dismutase, it is the enzyme. It will convert the superoxide to hydrogen peroxide. Then this hydrogen peroxide, by means of which one? By means of either peroxidase or glutathione, these will convert this to water. So these are toxic in nature, but water is not toxic to the plant. So that intoxication will be there. The toxic product will be converted to water. This is the mechanism behind the drought stress condition. How the plant will survive. This is the mechanism. Okay, so as you know that nowadays during the global warming is there, during this global warming temperature is increasing, and due to temperature increasing the stomata close will be there, so in this case due to global warming these reactive oxygen species will be there, free radicals are produced inside the plant body which will kill the cells and decrease the photosynthetic rate, and ultimately the death of the plant will occur. So for this, these are the scavenging enzymes. Which one? Peroxidase, superoxide dismutase, catalase. So which one is not scavenging enzyme? So here the answer will be proline. Proline is the answer because proline is not scavenging type. It is a non-enzymatic type. It is a non-enzymatic type of antioxidant. Okay. So I hope you have understood the lectures, and we have briefly described what is the reasons behind all the answers. So in the next chapter we will solve some more important related to dryland agriculture, some more important multiple choice questions. Thank you so much.